the main menu, go to race weekend, go to the cars, uncheck that Porsche. Oh, you can't uncheck. You have to have one car checked at all times. So now that I've checked the IROC, I could right click that and it makes the other one disappear. Or as long as one is checked, you can uncheck others. All right, so now this whole field will be filled with Porsche 911s for the IROC, the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR IROC. So if I go to models, I get to pick my paint job. Oh, black card looks nice. Okay, so let's keep creeping up the ladder here. Ooh, I do like that yellow one. Man, that's sweet. Okay, car number 15. Oh, green's hot. I think I ran the mint one. This Richard Petty in the pink is pretty funny for me to have driven. That's what I was trying to make happen in another video. And here is the Herbie Love Bug. I like this one, man. A nice white, clean Porsche. But I'm going to go with the pink one because it's going to be 1,000 times easier to see on the track when I play the replay. And that's really what I'm after. All right, so now we have the class. Now we have the model. Now we need to go up here. Like, see what I'm going to keep trying to point out how weird this menu system is. Right, we're on the car, and so we pick the class, then we pick the model. We have the choice to go to the showroom, and let's just do that and look at the. We already did this. The power features of this vehicle. All right, so now let's get out of there. All right, we're on Richard Petty's team. We're running a pink car just so that we show up and everybody can see us and nobody's going to miss us. And now we're going to go to the circuit. Instead of doing the same Magny-Cours Club track, we are going to grab Hockenheim Short. Okay, just because it's a 1:21 lap time. Laps are, it'll take 6 laps with a 5-minute clock, I believe is what they're telling me here. So, okay. Now, if I go to a summary, here's what we need. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run practice at 10, qualifying at 9 in the morning instead of 4 when the track is hot. We're not going to do the warm-up. Race distance is going to be 5 minutes, which is 3% of the overall. We're not going to choose rain. Race start time is 1 p.m. It's going to be a rolling start. I want to change that to a standing start. That was what I wanted to do. And then the other thing is to go here. Instead of having the AI at 100% strength or 120, you can bring them down to 70. And their aggression is at real. But you can make them timid, or we can just make it clean. And honestly, if you're ever going to go online and race, I suggest you try to, well, set your guy's aggression to clean at the very least. Don't do timid. And honestly, don't do 70% either. I think 80% is a good starting point. I was up to 85. I jumped up to 90 and I got swallowed. So 87 is actually a pretty good number for me, I think, with an aggression level of clean. So, long story long, this is the sweet spot of where you're going to start really enjoying the game, okay? Choose a car. I like to choose one car so that everybody on the field is running the same hardware and we're all equal. Now, these are robots. I can cripple the robots, right? By choosing in the summary section their abilities. I can also lower the field to be like I'm only going to race against one other car, and I could turn him down to 70 strength, and I could turn him to timid. I would beat him every day, but there's no fun in that, right? So I've maxed out my field. Grid position is random. I thought there was a way to change that. That should be... Oh, when you have a standing start or a rolling start. Well, I'm going to do a standing start, but grid position shouldn't be random. Grid position should be based upon my qualifying laps, and maybe it's just labeling it as random until you qualify. All right, so I got 35 opponents, and I've set my strength to 87%. It was at 100%, and I finished, what did I say, 23rd out of 36 cars. Now, the aggression there was real level, and I'm going to knock it down to clean. So they're not going to try to, Rubbin's racing under, I think, real racing. And honestly, not when you're talking Gran Turismo or Gran Touring cars. I don't want angry drivers and I don't want psychotic drivers, but y'all can play with that all you want. It's your game. Have fun. I'm going to run clean, and I'm going to run at 87%, my AI being 87% of the possible strength. I should be able to have a really, really fucking hard fought race with these settings. Now, you might need to start your racer, your AI offline single player AI racer strength at 80 with the aggression at timid. And then, I was able to whoop them, even though I've been away for many years, I was able to whoop them. So I just jumped up to 85% from 80 and from timid to clean. So now I've gone up to 87. I tried it at 90 and I got my ass handed to me. So to me, that was like, wow, really? Just 2 or 3%? No, well, 5% was too much. So I'm going to inch myself up 2%. And here we go. Hockenheim Ring. It's 1.6 miles, 2.6 kilometers. Yes, now yesterday I had a weird issue where I kept getting my 914 in this garage, and it just stayed there. All right, I'm going to continue to qualify. I don't need to bother practicing in that, oh no, my game crashed. Dirt. Okay, well, be around. All right, well, we're back, but notice it didn't save the settings, right? So I was jacking around with a lot of stuff, but it didn't save my settings. We are still at only 3% of the race, which is a 5-minute race time. We're choosing no rain. Guess what? If you throw this thing up to changeable, you're going to have fun. But save that until you've done this a couple of times. All right, still going to run at 35 opponents, but our strength has bounced back to a default of 100. So I'm going to jack that back to 87. And, it saved the clean setting. Okay, well, let's see. We've got a car. It is the Porsche 911 Carrera RSR IROC. We've selected a model with a pink paint job so that we show up on the track in a replay, and it's really easy to find us. We've chosen a circuit, and it is going to be Hockenheim Short. We've gone to the summary of this race, and we can see that we are running at Hockenheim Short. We're running the Power and Glory 70s Porsche 911 Carrera RSR IROC in pink on the Richard Petty team. Free practice, yabba dabba doos. Over here, race time. Okay, we just went through, it saved all that, and we should be good to go if we just click continue. Now, last time we crashed here. I don't know why. Hopefully we get into the game and not have any problem. Okay, and now we want to continue to qualify. I'm going to go ahead and click Save Game. And now I'm going to hit Start. And it looks like all systems are go. Alright, so hopefully you understand why I selected to start in third person. I want to get out of the garage. I want to have some personal boundaries understood. Here's my car, what I can touch, and hey, it's giving me the green. Alright, I'm going for it. Alright, so I've been to Hockenheim Short. This is very familiar. Well, not very familiar, but I've been here before, and wow, I really need to change the force feedback settings on this wheel using my Logitech Profiler software, which allows you to change the spring centering spring strength and a lot of other features of your wheel. Oh yeah. This is coming back to me. Oh yeah, this is coming back to me. I'm not a big fan of the track, but I do remember how it works and how you can put together a good lap. Pretty sure. Yep. Boogie oogie. Up here, down here. And then hard right. Into a straight. Oh, I'm sorry. Right into a right and then the straight. Yep, right. And here we go. We're going to cross the line up here at the lights, I think. Or maybe just, yeah, at the lights. Bam. And now we are setting our lap time. We're in qualifying. Okay, I took it too easy right there. I could have gone wide and hard. Okay, screwed that up. Ran into the dirt. Lost traction. Lost braking power. Half the car. Number one, very sharp turn, and then a 2, and then a 2, and here's a 2, wide, got a really quick, easy 2. Two, I think another 2. Okay, I think it's gonna be 3. Maybe this one's a 2 also. Holy cow! But down the straight, and here's our first lap time for qualifying. It's gonna be at 1:17. Wow. 1:21. All right, so it's at about a 1:21 lap time. So there's a car ahead of us that I keep eyeballing. Now here's where I screwed up on the last lap, getting into this corner. Should be gaining on the car in front of me, but I'm not. So it's probably turning about the same lap time as me. 5. Should just lift, keep going. Hardcore into a turn with a number 1. Downshift to first gear, second gear. Oh god. Oh, drifting. Not a drifting track. Okay, let's get into the cockpit and see if they'll tone me down a little bit. Oh, yeah, that car's getting away from me. Doggies, yeah. Alright, are we going to get a better lap time this time? Bam! Yes, we did. We shaved a second. Well, we went from 1:21 something to 1:20 something. Okay. Let's see if I can catch up with this guy in front of me. Okay, so here's something to note. Running in cockpit view like this, running in third-person view outside the vehicle, or running off the hood or the bumper cam are going to vastly... Oh man, I really hit... I didn't need to slow down so hard back there. I went into a turn, it had a number 5 rating, fast turn, and then it went into a number 1 turn, first speed. Yeah. So I screwed the pooch on this lap. It was looking like I was putting it together pretty good. Anyway, yeah, the way you choose to drive, your steering perspective is a big determinant of your lap times and everything else you do. Your braking, you can see when you're going to skid easier from one camera angle versus another. Yeah, I'm not going to have as good a lap this time. But, okay, so I had a 1:21, a 1:20, and a 1:22. I'm going to call it good. I really get bored just qualifying. But some people just love to spin laps and go for it. All right, so let's return to garage. And now what you have to do is, I'm going to go ahead and save game in case we get dropped again for no reason. Then I'm going to continue to race. Okay, so it has forwarded me. My qualifying position is 25th. Wow. All right, let's go. So I hit the start button. We're going to have a standing start. I'm going to press spacebar to skip this. Okay. Also, for some games, when you're in the third-person view and you have a start. Oh, shit. Your car. Oh, okay. Your car, let's do a restart. Your car might choose to, like, the rear end is going to shimmy. A lot of times, cars will have a specific, torque that makes the rear end consistently go hard left on your launch. If you're full into the throttle, your car's going to swirl out to the left, swirl out to the right. Usually swirls out to the left, I think. Then it helps you catch it when you're starting from this third-person perspective. And also, like, getting through the first turn, you might even want to just stick with this view because it's a lot easier to avoid contact when you're out here like this. Like, I've been stabbing the brake trying to avoid the guys zigzagging in front of me. Oh, and I hit him anyway. And he hit yellow, and then he hit me. So let's just get away from these two. Woo, doggies, yeah. Alright, I think I'm ready to go inside the vehicle and get busy trying to undercut these guys in the turns. I didn't mean ramrod the guy, I just meant get in underneath him. Alright, so I held a tighter line there. Tried to get a good drive down the straightaway. Heading the yellow car. And now we're going into a number 2 turn. I was on and off the gas. I should have coasted through there like I was driving a Miata. Carried my momentum and my speed instead of braking horsepower. So I'm up into 5th place, which, is a good sign that I've got my AI adjusted pretty well, that I can beat them. Suddenly I'm in 3rd. Okay, so maybe I can inch up to realistic AI battle for position behavior, where they will potentially bump you and not be purely clean racers. Because that's what you're going to experience on the internet, is randos who will run into you. And some guys just that's their thrill in life, is to be a douchebag and just ramrod you constantly. They aren't online to race, they're online to make people miserable. Ha 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 ha. They're usually 12-year-old kids, so just ignore them. Get used to playing on the internet and try to run clean. If you race at Race Department, it's $15 a year. Helps them buy a server that allows them to host games with a fat connection. It's on fiber and really good racing. But they do have race referees, and you can get banned. You can get penalized and banned. So they might sit you out for a lap if you are an egregious. I don't know. I don't know what the penalties are. But if you are running into people and being a dick, and they're not going to tolerate that crap. And I mean, if you're going to pay $15 just to play a game, why would you behave that way? You wouldn't, right? So it really is a good equalizer. And I ran there for several years. Well, I paid the price for several years, just because I got better, faster speeds on the downloads for the mods. But I didn't race online very often because they're a European website. A lot of the race events they hold are in European time. So if you're a midnight shift guy and you get home at midnight our time, you might find a race over there. Well, I'm sorry, vice versa. Yeah. How's that work? They're 6 hours ahead of us. I'm in Central Time in the U.S. and they're 6 hours ahead of me. So when it's noon here, it's 6 p.m. there. They all just got off of work and they're all going to race at about 8 o'clock. Well, then it's 2 o'clock our time, my time, and there's no chance I could be around to enjoy that race. So there are some guys on there who have set North American time, Canadians and Americans and Mexicans who can race in a Central Time zone, and they do have those races set up. It exists. It's a good thing. That's all I'm saying. Go to race department. That's when you get this mod and get your skills to where you aren't a total ramrod. And that happens by practicing offline with AI. If you can get around these AI guys when you jack them up to aggressive level, you're going to be fine online, and you're not going to. Well, other people might run into you, but if you're a smart racer, you're not going to run into them because you paid for racing, and don't screw it up. It's kind of like that's basically the iRacing model, except that's like so strict and so hard. I just can't get through it. I had a really hard time on iRacing. I was also racing with a cell phone connection. Alright, race finished. Return to the pits. Alright, so I finished first that time. Alright, gonna hit escape. Gonna hit save. Gonna hit, well, replay is gonna give me a 3-minute replay. And while this is replaying, I'm gonna run and get a beer, and I'll be right back while you watch this. Enjoy. I want to come back and see where I screwed up. Well, like I said, I ran the pink car because I wanted to be really obvious that was my car, or that was me in that position. And I like to watch the recap and the replay of the race because it's a great learning experience to see how, how I did and where I screwed up and how I could do better by picking a different line. Aha! Now, let's try that. Let's turn on the race line as an assist. But let's go ahead and turn up the difficulty of the competition by 1%. Alright? And maybe instead of going clean, we'll turn them up to real. Okay, so I think we've seen enough here. I know where I'm at. Okay, so I'm going to hit quit. I had a first place in that game. That's fun when you can achieve that. But I achieved that by theoretically cheating. Some people would say cheating. I would say utilizing the features of the game. Congratulations, you finished in first place. Woohoo, yay for me. Alright, and we could look at the model. We're running an IROC, so it's a single make race. And what is this? These are different teams. Test IROC 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And then best lap times, we could look at that. So we already did that last time. We're going to go ahead and hit continue. It's saving my hot lap. I could watch my replay. We already watched 3 minutes of the replay, so we're good. Let's